Welcome everyone to another success stories from our TBM family. Today we have a Vinay Bajaj. He's a success habit builder. Yeah. He has just recently newly changed his positioning, and he made over 1.3 lakhs being part of TBM community since he is being part of TBM community. So Vinay, first of all, congratulations for achieving this milestone.
Thank you,
So how
thank you,
how how,
thank
how are
you.
you doing today?
I'm very good. Thank you so much. I was so looking forward to this. Uh, कल से वही सोच रहा था मैं कि कैसे होगा कैसे होगा कैसे होगा आई वाज रियली एक्साइटेड हम लोग भी बहुत टाइम से कनेक्ट हुए नहीं है वन टू वन एंड आई वाज
Yeah.
रियली एक्साइटेड अबाउट इट एंड
Yes,
थैंक यू
yes.
फॉर गिविंग दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी आई वाज नॉट इवन एक्सपेक्टिंग इट वो सडनली 2 दिन पहले मैसेज आ गया कि इफ़ यू डन दिस गो एंड बुक द कॉल एंड ऑल दैट एंड दैट वाज वंडरफुल थैंक यू सो मच
Amazing, Vinay. So, Vinay, would like to know your journey. At the same times, we'll definitely got to know that what's something that worked for you, what something didn't work for you. We'd like to have this conversation really authentic so that people will know that how actually you worked on yourself as well as your business skills to achieve these milestones. So, starting from, I would like to know, like, before you come to our TBM community and joining this community. So, what was the challenge before that triggered you to join TVM?
So I started my coaching journey in January 23. I started doing webinars. I started creating my community, serving my community, and then I did it for like 4, 5, 6 months, and I was already running ads. After 3 months, I was already running ads. What was happening was people were registering, very few were showing up, fewer were there till the sales pitch, and no one was buying. So that was
Hmm.
really a big problem for me because I was putting money into ads, even though I was spending just 500 per day, but I was putting money into ads and there was nothing coming back. And I was thinking, what is going on? What is going on? And while all of this happened, my wife was pregnant at the same time. And when she was in her last month, so I used that as an excuse because of my fear of failure. And I stopped doing webinars. I said I will be there for my family. And मैंने webinar बंद कर दिया.
Hmm.
Then we had our kid in August, and that's when I thought कि अभी मुझे immediately ads तो नहीं करना है. I don't have that much time to set up my funnel and all of that also. So then I attended one Hive session in ILH where you had come and delivered great content. I then spoke with Hetal Ranjit, who was already part of your community, and I got amazing feedback from her. I had attended many of your sessions, even Freedom Meetups पहले के जो recorded थे. I
Hmm.
have gone through
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So then I thought, let's try this then. I can take out some time and maybe I can do something organically. Ads के लिए अभी ना पैसा है ना time है. So maybe
Hmm.
I'll try my hand at organic. And organically I was always struggling. Content हमेशा बना रहा था but कुछ नहीं होता था. Nothing was happening from that. Then I came to your webinar, immediately brought it from your webinar, and as soon as I came into the community, I found my first mistake, that I was not serving. I was
Hmm.
only looking for
You're
sales.
not
That was the
serving.
I
Yeah.
was not serving. That was the first problem. And even though I had my hackathon and all in place, but it was not even close to how you were delivering it or how you were conducting the community. So that was my first burn. When I went through that first challenge, it was a huge burn for me. And then the morning calls when they started, I was very regular for the first 2 3 months, I think. After that, my schedule changed, so I couldn't come. But what I saw was when we connect daily with our audience, when we connect daily with our students, what kind of breakthroughs we can bring about, and and how
Hmm.
that other person starts to feel, then it really starts to feel as a family, as a community. So I copied you. I mean, I didn't do what you were doing because you were breaking up your hackathon, but what I did was I started helping them practice habits in the morning, 6 a.m.
Hmm.
every day. So for half an hour I connect with my community Monday to Friday. Now I do it at 6:30, and those who are regular, I can really see the changes in them. So that was the
Yeah.
first big eye opener for me. uh, Another one was I was pitching in my webinars, but my offer was not clear.
Hmm.
There was no scarcity, no urgency, and even I didn't know what I was selling, to be honest. So
Hmm.
when I went through your first mission of offer creation, then it gave me a lot of good ideas. I was able to finally niche down on my audience, which I was not doing. I was going broad all the time. And then we even had that one conversation I remember where you said it's not necessary to niche down the topic if you can niche down on the audience, if you can't niche down
Hmm.
on the topic. So I immediately implemented that. But still, uh, I was doing live Facebook live में कभी नहीं गया था ज़िंदगी में. So because of you I started. After that I have gone at least for 50 times I have gone live in 6 months.
Wow.
And so that was another major personal breakthrough, even if you keep aside business. Then I did not know that we need to schedule our content in a way. Carousel अलग से बनाना चाहिए, ये अलग से करना चाहिए, reels कब जाना चाहिए, कैसे जाना चाहिए. I was just doing it randomly without any structure. So then I got structure also from you. I was not exploring any groups on Facebook. Then I understood that from you, that how we can go and add value to people even if they are not in our webinars. How we can go and do that. So then
Yeah.
I started implementing that also. And then I started to see my followers growing. I started to see people commenting on my posts. I started to see some interaction happening on my profile. So all of that together, I mean, small pieces, but when I put them in place, things started to seem like working. Yeah.
I think you have really first thing you need, you modeled a lot of things that actually help you a lot, and specifically you picked up like the points where you needed to refine some certain ways. Okay, great, Vinay. I think you have implemented a lot during this particular journey. I think so. I would like to know like what is something that helped you to keep moving, being part of the TBM community. What are the elements that the activities that help you specifically, if I were to ask you?
So learning in the Tuesday call,
Tuesday
and
call,
and then implementing it
challenge call,
every
yeah.
day, and then
Hmm.
implementing it every day, one by one, small bits and pieces here and there. So that was really a big helper for me. क्योंकि क्या होता है, हम सीखने के टाइम we learn for 2 hours 3 hours and then we get overwhelmed, right? There's so much to
Yeah,
do. I can't do
so
it, I
much to
can't do
do.
it. So when you were going through the morning calls, giving one small task on a day, and then helping us finish the entire challenge this way in the 4 weeks, that was
Hmm.
very helpful for me. Which I thought, even
Right.
this is another thing which I modeled in my community. I was not
Yeah.
doing it in the morning calls, but I was giving them small tasks every day, that only complete this today, only complete this today. And even that
Right.
improved the completion ratio for me in my community.
This one thing that I think it helped me a lot when I like not just like to the students and the community, and because I believe whenever we as a coach go live and see the realities of implementations, okay, then that is a game changer part. Because हम कोच तो ज्ञान देने में तो बहुत बड़े हैं, राइट? ज्ञान तो बहुत दे सकते हैं, बट when it comes to taking action, it's the reality check over there. And you can't imagine that how much that I have also grown during this process. So let's suppose I've taught offer creation 15 times, sorry, 16 times, because 16 batch completed. Now, every single time that I go and teach, I got a lot of clarity. Okay. So it is not a coach perspective. It is not just a student perspective, this coach perspective as well. I always recommend always things to teach it live, because that's where you will know what is the end consumer need. Then we can tweak it. Okay. How you can refine it. And another thing that I would like to add, in this process, your product is getting refined every single day, not once in a year or once in 6 months. You must have seen a lot of coaches having a course 2 साल पहले लॉन्च किया था, वो वहीं पे पड़ा हुआ है. But what we are doing over here is not just uh, giving a recorded course, जो कि 2020 की कोर्स ऐसे वो अभी तक भी चल रहा है. But it is more about, या कॉन्सेप्ट कुछ सेम हो सकते हैं, but there are some concept which is not working. How to refine work on that? जैसे कि now Facebook group अगर मैं फेसबुक ग्रुप का कोर्स निकाल देता तो फेसबुक लाइव एक था ना, फेसबुक लाइव इज नॉट वर्किंग. द पीपल who learned Facebook Live in the 2 months back, they are struggling right now, right? So I think this is one thing. Another message I would like to give all the audiences who are watching: if you work on your product every single day, there is a other way that you will get sales that you can't never imagine. Last 6 months, I got almost 30 to 40% sales completely referral. So the more you work on your product, the less you need to work on your sales pitch. Okay. So that's another message that I would like to add over here. Thank you, Vinay, for bringing this particular point. I
Even I
believe,
was a referral. If you remember in the
yes, yes,
webinar, you said इतना जल्दी किसी ने payment नहीं किया है. So
yes.
I was like, I was sold before the webinar, not
All
in the
before the
webinar.
webinar. Yeah. So that's how, if you build that certain community and product, so the sales will happen automatically. Your effort of selling uh, s- is less. You don't have to learn a lot of selling skills, rather work on product building skills, framework building skills. If you see the templates that we have designed, all the frameworks to help people to move from A to B, that is what you're doing. Thank you for sharing, Vinay. So, Vinay, I would like to also know the other aspect of it. Like, it is good, okay, good side that you got this good results. But I want to know the other side where you face some certain challenges. And how did you overcome that challenge during maybe a 30-day challenge or the challenge that we do on a coaching call? Um, so I would like to know that perspective, because that's where people stuck and they just stuck, did not move forward. I would like to learn from you that how you got that.
So, like I said earlier, I was doing a webinar format. Then I
Mm-hmm.
shifted that to a three hour workshop also. But what I was seeing was there was too much pressure on me. And then when I attended
Mm.
your 2 day intensive, where you
Yeah,
were teaching for 3 hours each on
yeah,
two
yeah.
days, then I saw how effortless day one was, and
Mm.
how you could connect with this audience.
Mm.
And even though I was learning as a student, I was also decoding what you were doing during
Mm.
the workshop, so that I can also
Yeah,
implement those things.
yeah.
So what I changed was I went from a 2 hour, 3 hour workshop to a 4 day challenge. Now I'm doing a 4 day
Mm.
challenge,
Right.
and I'm selling on the last day in the last 1 hour.
Nice.
First 3 days completely
Value.
delivering value
Building
and
the trust.
making them implement.
Implement.
Not only just
Mm.
teaching. It's half
Yeah.
an hour of me talking.
That's why I also call, I don't call webinar. If you see everything that I call, is it a boot camp, intensive, or workshop? Because webinar again, people take as okay, they will just, it will just learning and just getting sold. But I think why I do take and resonate more with workshop or boot camp intensive, basically because people do something live. And once we I heard from a coach, if you really wanted to coach people by taking their money, first coach people to give a test drive.
Okay.
अगर उन्होंने टेस्ट कर लिया पहले, it will be really helpful them to take a decision. Okay, I got a massive value. I don't want to break this pattern. I want to continue this pattern. So people continue that pattern. Uh,
Absolutely.
that is
Absolutely.
great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is I'm making them implement within the session itself,
Hmm.
which is again something that I learned from you in the morning calls. कि तभी का तभी बैठ के करो. Do it right now.
Right.
So from I've done like 4 5 these 4 day challenges now, and now in every challenge I'm getting sales.
No, it is
That
bound to you have
yeah,
to get it.
yeah.
And you don't have to use also learning lot of selling skills.
I'm not showing the timer, nothing of that sort. I am
Yeah,
being as authentic as you were being, and I'm telling them, see, this is for you, but the only reason I'm keeping it open right now, so that you take action. Otherwise,
yeah.
you'll go away, life will take over, you'll
Life
never
will
come
take
back.
over. Yeah. We have
That's
to
it.
give a valid reason to that, that why this timing. Even if
Yeah,
there is a certain time,
yeah,
I think we need to give them why this, do it now. It is the most important things,
right,
because their client also will take their right decisions, or
correct.
their customers will take immediate decisions,
Hmm.
like when sales, right? So yeah, great point. Anything else? What all else the challenges that you faced and overcome? Like specifically during the 30-day challenge, I know sometimes submitting the task is also difficult for a lot of people. I know. Maybe I saw recent people challenges like getting inefficiency to getting on a sales call. Do you had something like that in the past, like in
I
related to sales or something?
I used to do one-to-ones.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I used to give one-to-ones after the webinar, but my I only went with the intention of selling. So
Mm.
it never happened.
Never
It
happened.
never happened.
Intention is by selling. Yeah.
So it was not happening.
Mm.
Then I shifted my intention to this person is giving me 1 hour. I'm
Mm.
going to give my best value to them. Whether they buy or not,
Mm.
that's their decision
Right.
then. That's what I shifted. And because of
This is,
that,
yeah,
I also got a one-to-one client in the last couple of months, which was something I was
mm,
not doing earlier. I was not even thinking about it. I was
thinking about it.
completely thinking about group coaching only.
Yeah.
But then there was one person who I used to counsel 2, 3 years ago. So I just
Mm.
reached out to them and started talking to them, having a conversation, got them on a call, and then they agreed. And that was even bigger than my L3 membership. That was a big victory
Great,
for me.
big win. So, would you like to share something like that? How do you see the organic marketing game? Uh, like, is it a beginner level? Let's suppose somebody is starting out, they may be running ads or maybe not running ads. What is your suggestion that to them? How should they approach organic game
So I think everyone should just start with organic. Direct ads
mm,
पे नहीं जाना चाहिए. You'll burn your money, you'll burn your pocket, and
to
you'll
offer
not get.
to validate your offer at least
हाँ
from the organic
हाँ.
first? Yeah.
At least validate your offer, get a couple of sales, start with your
Mm,
community,
mm,
start delivering value in your community, and
mm,
then you can, think about scaling it up. But
mm,
initially, and the best advantage with organic is, I'll give you an example of someone who just joined my community in the last week challenge. So this person was following me on LinkedIn for a long time,
mm,
and I from in the last 3 4 months I started seeing their likes and comments on all of my posts.
mm.
And then when they come to the workshop, they are already very nurtured,
Nurture. Yeah.
and they have come with a mindset that I want to work with this person. So
Mm,
organic will give you that edge, which ads can never give.
mm. I
So
can see like when even I run ads, Abhi, I started launching my ads where people are coming, they're like, they don't know me. The first time they just signed up, they just come in. Even they don't show up for the call. But the organic, the person seen me
yes,
multiple times. They think, "Bhai, आज call है सागर का, I will attend." So they commit themselves. So commitment level also get increased by some certain percentage, definitely when it comes to organic. Yeah.
absolutely. And someone who has been following you organically, uh,
Mm-hmm.
they will stick with you,
Yeah.
whatever it is, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, they will stick with
Yeah.
you,
They will stick with you.
and they have come with an intention that they want to start working with you. So that's the best part.
Yeah, yeah, right, right. This is very true. I have seen a lot of times. I think you were the right example. A lot of things at times happen. Suddenly, like, people buy within like few seconds of the giving the link and they just getting in
Yeah,
because the organic trust isn't built. But when it's come to just paid ads, if you just focus on paid ads, then what happens is the trust is not built. That nurture doesn't happen, and they end up leaving the call. They don't care what is happening about that. Thank you for sharing that.
and I think you can do without ads, but you
Hmm.
cannot do without organic. Organic is a
Yeah.
must.
Like even I suggest those people who are running ads, I suggest, hey, two way of doing organic. One way is generating the leads completely from the scratch. Second way, like those you have a lot of leads. You have a like lot of leads, but how to nurture those leads so that they will be convert organically. So that is the two skills that we need to work on. Yeah. Organic
Absolutely.
is must. Without organic, people can't survive.
And there's one thing that Siddharth used to say, and you have also said quite a few times, but it's something that people really miss. That
Yeah.
when you are working with a platform, you are handicapped by that
Yep.
platform. But
Yes.
there's one thing that is yours, that's your email list. And what I started doing couple of months ago was I was sending one nurturing email per day.
I'm part of your email list. I know that how good that you write and how you nurture them. It's
Yeah.
good.
So, and the people who are buying now, in the last few challenges, I have seen them in the email open rates. I have
Yep.
seen that these are the people who've been opening my emails, watching
Opening
my
your mail.
lives, all of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice, nice. This is the very powerful, I think, email marketing, one of the things, because social media tomorrow will not be there. It is not your platform as well.
Yeah.
Like how it happened to TikTok specifically. People who are overnight success,
Hmm.
but overnight failure,
Failure.
just because of this key one message from the government that will not allow
Hmm.
TikTok for this.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I do always say it is not your property.
Yeah.
आपको लग रहा है कि 1000 2000 5000 10,000 फॉलोअर्स हो गए, इट इज नॉट योर फॉलोअर्स, इट इज देयर फॉलोअर, बस
Hmm.
आपके में लगा हुआ है.
Hmm.
But when you collect their data, they becomes your own audience. So owning the audience is important than getting just followers. I also suggest not to buy followers. आपको 500 रुपए में 5,000 फॉलोअर्स मिल जाएंगे आज आज के डेट में, बट वो फॉलोअर्स इज अ बॉट फॉलोअर्स, इट विल हैम्पर योर ऑर्गेनिक ग्रोथ. So a lot of people sometimes don't understand. They just run behind the followers. Followers, yes, it is important. I was reading really recently Alex Hormoz's content. See, yes, a lot of people suggest to go wide content, create wide content so that you will get more visibility. But you know what happens? Wide content will not give you the business. End of the day, you have to get them through some business, right? If they don't convert that, your effort will not serve you long. It's definitely a lot of people get to know, but will they get to the next level? Then he started creating content mostly related to business more. So even if you have 100 followers, you can still make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Binay, for bringing this point. Okay, so I would like to understand what is your top three principles of your life that help you a lot growing your coaching business.
So the first one is if I'm not doing something, I shouldn't be teaching that. That's the
Right.
first one. And I have seen myself, there have been few days in between where I have not been doing it and I've been telling people to do it. It doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right. It will not align with your
It
mind, body, soul. Then it will
it doesn't
not
align,
work.
and the message doesn't get conveyed.
Yeah, conveyed. Yeah, very
So
true.
that's the first thing. Like people say, practice what you preach. I say, preach only what you practice. Otherwise, don't preach it.
Hmm. Yeah.
So that's one fundamental principle. Second one, which I've heard from Siddharth time and again, and it has really become my way of living. How you do anything is how you do everything. So,
Everything. Yeah.
so now at any point of time, if I'm even thinking about saving a little bit money by doing something cheap, then that line
Hmm.
comes to my mind. How you do anything is how you do everything, and immediately I change it. I don't go for it. And the
Right.
third one, this is not specific to business, but this is something that has changed my life.
Hmm.
And that is that a ship is always safe in the harbor, but that's not what it is made for.
Hmm.
That is what,
Can you give me an example on it?
yeah. So I was in an IT job
Mm-hmm.
for 13 years, 13 plus years, and I was very safe, I was very secure. But when I look at my capabilities, my strengths, my talents, my purpose in life, it was not aligned with me. I was not using 10% of my potential over there. So I decided to
Hmm.
start on this journey. Even though it's not safe, it's not as secure as a job, but how much I have grown in the last 2 years is more than how much I had grown in 13 years of IT plus 4 years of engineering. That is something that I can definitely say.
Hmm. Got it. Got it. Great, Vinay. Thank you for sharing this. So Vinay, last questions before we close. So I would like to ask, like, um, so there are a lot of people who wanted to become part of our community, but how do you recommend it? You can tell us like why they should join it.
So at this point of time, the biggest problem is that there are a lot of courses, there are a lot of coaches. Um, you can learn yourselves into the graveyard. That is not a problem, but you need some kind of accountability.
Yeah.
And accountability is something that they'll definitely get here, which is what I have seen, which is probably the USP. If you ask me, accountability has been the USP for me. And when you allowed me to lead a tribe in the first challenge after I finished, so even that made me even more accountable to myself.
Yeah.
That grew me as
That
much
helped
as
me when I also served my mentors community, because it is not about me again. It is about my, I had to need to model my mentor to that level so that they should feel the energy, same energy.
right.
And I think that is a very powerful part that you mentioned. Accountable is something that, yeah.
And second is uh, ease of progress,
Hmm.
because when you are getting ready templates for everything and working
Yes.
templates, and
Yeah.
when you put your ideas into the template, it would make sense. I have seen
Yes.
templates in the past where you just put everything in and it doesn't make sense. When you read the entire sentence, it doesn't make sense. But here I got templates which were really really to the point and easy to implement. All you had to do is replace what was there in the brackets with what
Which
you do.
template that help you most,
Offer creation,
over
core
creation?
core promise, mainly core
Or
promise.
promise? Yeah. That is the amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Any last message that you like to give, Vinay, to the audience?
So this is being watched by coaches, I think, and there are many people who are aspiring to come here and be interviewed by you and become Hall of Fame in ILH. So there's just one message that I want to give you is don't give up. It's going to be very difficult when you start. And
Hmm.
2020 was a different ball game. 2024 is a different ball game.
Yeah,
Don't give up. And if you don't give up, you will succeed. Because
definitely.
when everyone is wanting to become a coach, that filter will be people who don't give up will the ones who will succeed. This is
And
how
like,
this is how I
I
see it.
remember someone says the entry point is easy, uh, but again, keeping yourself in the game is difficult, and that's where the filtration starts. A lot of people really have a lot of competitions. How many people enter into that niche? How many people stick to that niche for a longer period of times?
Yeah,
That is the game. I
yeah.
remember when I started, I used to sell products to my competitor only. And I used to train them to compete me. Just imagine that. So what type of competitions were there? Like thousands of people selling one single products.
Hmm.
Massive competitions. Today, maybe four or five. Maybe nobody, because
Hmm.
I believe what I'm doing, nobody's doing. And what I believe, everybody in this world, what they are doing, nobody is doing the same thing. अगर same चीज कर रहे हो, then you are copying somebody, it will not go for a long term. Maybe you will sell for, like Rajiv says this one beautiful line, in a hype or somewhere you copy
Hmm.
somebody else, you can go for like short period time में बहुत अच्छा पैसा बना दोगे, बहुत सक्सेसफुल हो जाओगे. But a long run, you'll fail always, because people need to see your innovation. People need to see that how you are growing. It's not about your business growth, it's about your growth as well. I
Yeah.
have grown so much in the last 4 months. So similarly, like people wanted to see both sides, and that's the real game is. In the long run, it is very, and like there is no competition to yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, I know, Amit, like he says, like things, how we can be a coach where nobody is going to compare you.
Hmm.
Okay, because you become you,
Hmm.
and you have some uniqueness,
Yeah.
and that's the message we would like to give you to all the members who are watching you, that you have a world class within you, that world class thing, and try to bring that out from you, and that's how you'll grow. Thank you so much, Vinay. Congratulations once again. I'm so happy for you. And next milestone is 10 lakh, then 1 crore soon. And we have created something, next big achievement level, something called Super Growth Achiever,
Okay.
which is not just based on 1 crores, but we'll be seeing how much impact that will create. And I know you are creating that impact. So looking forward to give you that particular uh, award in the next. I know you are in the path. And all the members those who are watching, if you're not part of the community yet, I'll putting in the link below. And also, if you those who want to connect with Vinay, I'll also put some links of him so you can connect with him as well. So Vinay is doing amazing in terms of habit. So you can go and build your habits. And the very, I think, habit is one of the aspect that I think every entrepreneur needs to work on. And if they work on habits, they become more productive. They become more productive, they can speed up their lifespan. Okay, the bigger vision above that. That's and huge contributions to the humanity, I would say, is from your side.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vinay. I'll see you in the next. And thank you everybody for watching. Is write down what is the biggest learning that you learned from this particular interview. And happy to see you or read your comments and reply back to you. Bye,
Thank,
everybody. Thank
thank you so much, Sagar, for having me here, for showing me the path, for guiding me towards coming back on track. That is what I can say. You've played a major role in it. Thank you so much.
you, Vinay.